All right, I think that's record time. I've been trying to do quicker. That's like 5 seconds of doing the tweet and then putting it out there. All right, welcome back everybody to the podcast, episode 46 with Luke. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Apart from feeling a little bit under the weather the past couple of days. Well, nothing too major, just like a little like cold and little bit of like feeling shit. But apart from that, I'm good. Yeah, just saw Argentina kick ass. Good match. So yeah, can't wait to go over some topics once again with you on the podcast.
Yeah, our main one we'll get into in a minute. I just want to talk about to get it out of the way some of the recap from Raw, which I didn't watch, but I just I just see what their Twitter page put out, and we can talk about it. Then we got SmackDown previews. Um, we got some questions, one that you'll love. Um,
Oh God.
and then that's when we'll talk about our main topic, which is Vince McMahon, and not in a good way. All right, so if we're going to talk about Raw recap, so we had Becky attack Damage Control. Alexa ended up beating Bailey. I don't know how it happened. I don't care. I'm fine with the outcome. Um, so so I figured Becky and Damage Control with Bailey would continue their stuff. So I'm not surprised there. Not surprised with Alexa. Um, I do think they could have done a better way of doing what they did with her doing Sister Abigail, like or something.
Yeah.
I would have rather have either a new character shown on the screen or Uncle Howdy just looking at her or something. Like on
Yeah.
their Bray's little, logo. Uh,
Yeah, just to switch it up a little bit because that's been the logo every time. Like just something to change it up.
and I get they want to be consistent with it. I get it, but I feel like that would have been a different type of change, and it would have came off maybe a little. I think a little bit better, honestly.
Better, yeah,
And I think what they should have done, and this is how I would have done it, had Uncle Howdy or just a new character up there for at least like 10 seconds and her just staring at it, and Bianca's like, wait a minute, is she okay? And then when Bianca turns around, it's not there anymore. And then bam,
yeah.
Alexa does like the Sister
This
Abigail,
is the Abigail thing.
but
Yeah,
maybe not hit it on her because I
no,
like using it, not hit it on her, but do what she did. I think that would have been a lot better than what they did because
yeah,
I I'm not going to discredit what they did all the way, but they could have done it a lot better, I believe. But
yeah. I agree.
we're getting Bianca and Alexa sometime down the road. They have not announced where.
Party
So they,
Rumble.
well, I don't think they've announced it though, or did
They
they?
haven't announced it. They haven't announced it. I don't think so. But if we're being honest, it's probably going to be the Rumble.
Well, I hope that's what they do it, but who knows? Who knows? We had Chad Gable against AJ Styles. I'm kind of mad I didn't get to watch that, but Gable and Styles, Io Sky in Kansas, man, Io Sky boy, she is one of the best in the ring. And look, I at first when she came back and everything, I ain't gonna lie, she struggled with some of the ring stuff. I don't know if it was because of she was working with or whatnot, but at the beginning she kind of struggled to get like back to her own, and now probably in the last two, like she only struggled for a little bit, but probably in the like last 2 months they've really showcased her one-on-one abilities a lot. So I really do like that a ton. Um, something that I saw you tweet about, and I have not tweeted about, but I did see it and I loved it very much. How Kevin Owens did not be on the side of Elias. He did come
Yeah,
save Elias, which made sense, but I love how he did not stand aside because of the past. Um, that that is something that would have never happened in a Vince type of
In a
era.
Vince era, no, that would have just been forgotten about, and they act like nothing has ever happened. Whereas in Triple H's era, he is very attentive to detail with stuff like that, and Kevin Owens played it off absolutely perfectly. He was fucking hilarious in that segment, and pretty much acted just like how anyone else would act in that sort of scenario. Just be like, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
Do you think I forgot about what happened a few months ago? Are you serious? And even if that wasn't you, I remember getting hit by your guitar a few months back as well. So why on earth would I be in your corner? So yeah, that was just perfectly done.
Vin- Vince would have just right, and then KO would have been out there with him, which would have made no
Yeah,
sense. I liked how they did that, but he did save Elias at the end. Did a stunner to Solo, and then Sammy ran off like a little bitch, basically.
yep.
To But that makes sense because they're just progressing this storyline little by little. And I do like how, he was involved with Jey Uso, Kevin Owens in the main event a couple weeks back. And I like now that he's with Solo, so it's like he's with different people of the bloodline. So it's just adding on to it where he's about to be with Roman Reigns, and we'll talk about Roman later on as he's set to return this Friday. I don't know how many returns he can have. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, but the man wanted a lower schedule. I don't blame him. He's been working his ass off for over a decade, so that's fine with him. That's fine with him. I don't mind that a lot. Rhea, Asuka, this was just to add another layer to the new character Asuka will have, and everything. People complain, "Oh, Asuka should have won." No, she don't need to win because one, she's when she gets this new character and everything of how Triple H is going to do it, she is going to be almost unbeatable. So,
Yeah,
back to the NXT Asuka.
yeah. In fact, it probably won't even be NXT Oscar because like Oscar's just been like teasing Kana like how she was before she came to NXT. She's been teasing that all over Twitter. So like, I wonder if that character's going to come back or some variation of it. But yeah, but once Oscar does have that like new character that she's building to, yeah, she's going to be protected just like NXT Oscar was. She's going to be, yeah, like you said, unbeatable. So yeah, good things to come for Oscar. Good things are to come for Oscar.
Yeah. And then we had Bobby and Seth. Number one contender Seth is going to be facing Austin Theory, which probably be at the. I don't know if they said anything, but I assume that'd be at the Rumble.
Shoot so.
I assume Theory will retain there. I mean, but it just opens up Seth. I that Seth is the biggest question mark going into WrestleMania, and
Yeah, about who we face.
I really hate to say that too. He is the biggest question mark. Like, what are they going to have him do? And what I'm thinking, because it's come out that Triple H is trying to make WrestleMania huge, like any human being would if they were booking, their biggest show. And man, I, I'll talk about it later, but I have a pretty good idea of what Seth might be doing at WrestleMania. I have a pretty good idea now. It potentially, I might be wrong, but I'm doing like a hit to left field type of thing here with Seth. But Bobby ended up hitting a ref. He speared Petey Williams like last week or a couple weeks ago. So he's been on this hurt side and everything, not to do. And Adam Pierce said something about he was fired. There's a tweet probably less about an hour ago where he addressed that and said he wasn't fired. He Bobby wasn't fired, and he his emotions got to him. Blah blah blah. You can check it out on Twitter. Um, so basically, I think the Hurt Business is coming back. MVP even did a quote tweet on when with Bobby doing this and everything on WWE's thing. So I don't know. I'm telling you, it's not gonna make any sense because Bobby and Almost fought each other, but Almost has got to be in the Hurt Business with them. You can't
Yeah,
leave Almost out of it with MVP and all that coming back with it. You just can't.
no, no.
No,
And Omos would be a nice addition to the Hurt Business. That big powerhouse, like bodyguard type of character that the Hurt Business kind of need. Because, like, although you got the big powerhouse in Bobby Lashley, he's gonna be the main guy. He's not gonna be like a bodyguard, for example. Whereas Omos, he would be that, and he would get a big rub over Lashley and MVP and Cedric and Shelton if they're also going to be back as well, which I assume they will be. So yeah, I don't see any negative like reasons for why you can't be in the Hurt Business. So yeah, I'm all for it.
talking about Cedric or something, he's done like a tag team with Mustafa Ali and everything. And I would love to see them progress that tag team. Obviously, because you see with my universe mode, I got them as a tag team. I
Yeah,
think it would be really good as a tag team, like in WWE and everything. But with the Hurt Business coming back, there's no reason for them to continue it. But
no,
I, that's one of the things they did it on a random episode of Raw with them being a tag team, and I'm like, I wish I could see more of this because Cedric is very good, Mustafa's really good. It's just I don't know. It's weird how their booking is, but Cedric's booking should get a lot better if the Hurt Business comes back, and I wouldn't
yeah,
mind him and Shelton being tag team champions again.
no,
Um, so we got Seth versus Theory, probably at the Royal Rumble. Bobby Lashley with the Hurt Business, probably coming back. In Adam Pearce's video, he said there'll be repercussions for what he did. I don't know what the hell that's going to be, but we shall see. Um, SmackDown preview. We got Roman Reigns returning for the 5,000th time. He's no. Um, but every time he's there on SmackDown, it's a must watch, or you at least hit that DVR if you got DVR and record it. Um, Roman returning should be interesting with Solo and Kevin Owens from this Monday. So we'll see if that story is going to progress. I expect to see KO out actually on SmackDown. I think I think he'll start that thing with Roman. Liv Morgan and Tegan Knox is a tag team. If you didn't know, they're a tag team, even though Tegan Knox just came back a couple weeks ago. They will be facing Damage Control for the tag team titles. Does anyone care? If you're a fan of Liv and Tegan and maybe Damage Control, yes, I'm a fan of them. But do I care about the tag team titles? Nope, I don't. So,
I just hope it's a good match. I just hope it's a good match. That's about it, really.
man, I feel like it should be because Liv has really improved a lot. I mean, can't help working with someone like Ronda Rousey that just fucking sucks. So
Io's amazing, and Tegan and Dakota have incredible chemistry whenever they're in the ring together. So it
I
should be good.
this to be maybe not really good, but at least a good match between
Yeah,
them. Um, but I don't think Liv and Tegan will win.
no, no, damage control will retain.
And they shouldn't. And then what I think should be the main event, we got Gunther and Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship. Uh,
That is gonna slap. That's gonna bang. That's gonna be an incredible match.
really good, but I mean, I enjoyed the World Cup tournament they did, and I appreciate what they did because it makes sense with the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup in general. Um, I don't want to sound like that person, but it feels like it was just a placeholder for Braun. I hate to say that. I really do. But that's the direction they're going. They're going Braun and Gunther at Royal Rumble, I feel like. So I hate to say it, even though it was a really good World Cup that they did, I feel like it was just a placeholder for Braun at the World Rumble, and he was in the damn tournament. So I don't get that. I wish Braun was not even in that tournament. I wish he was just doing something else. But
Yeah,
we got SmackDown should be. I mean, SmackDown's been the best show out of all the main shows, even with AEW. I don't watch it, but I can tell you just from hearing people's opinions, SmackDown has been the best. This should be really good. Um, so we got questions here. From Blake, we got Royal Rumble surprise returns. Uh, name two or three maybe that might be thrown out there.
Men's Rumble, Cody Rhodes has to be one. Like, he just has to be. Um, The Rock is a possibility. Like, if we're being real, The Rock is a big possibility. So, The Rock could be there. Um, See, this person has been gone for that long, so I don't really want to say him, but it would technically count as a return. Edge, because we haven't seen Edge in a little bit since the I Quit match against Balor. So yeah, I could see Edge possibly returning to the Rumble, doing whatever he needs to do there. I mean, you could also say Lesnar, but again, hasn't been gone for that long, so do you really count that?
Uh,
Um,
if I think of surprise returns, oh, even though Cody isn't going to be a really big surprise, Cody is one. Um, of For me, I mean, I don't. When I mean surprise, I think just out of left field. That's what I think. Not like Brock. I think Brock's probably going to be a given. They want this Royal Rumble to be star powered with people.
yeah. Well, in terms of left field ones, then yeah, Rock is definitely one. Even though there is a big possibility of that happening because of the whole Roman thing, it still would be a huge shock if The Rock were to appear at the Rumble. Like, it just would be. Um, I'm trying to think though. Like, I don't know. Like, for example, like someone from a different company, like Mickey James, example, did last year. Like, if someone like from a different company just appeared at the Rumble, like I don't know, maybe Jericho or something. Like maybe Jericho could negotiate something with Triple H and be like, "All right, I'll appear at the Rumble. Fuck it."
Boy,
Like that would just be out of left field.
know how crazy that would be. But look, Tony Khan would trust Jericho so much. I think he would allow that. I think he
Yeah, so would I.
and but I think Tony Khan would be like, "Hey, we need something in return." I think look, even though Tony Khan probably despises them for stuff that he's done, I think Triple H and him would be, I think they would work together with a few things if they actually
Yeah.
did. Um
Well,
the two
another left field one. Another left field one. CM Punk.
Yeah, yeah. So I
I
do
mean,
let Punk, and then I got from New Japan Jay Rott. I think Jay Rott would be a because they got Nakamura doing that thing with New Japan or stuff like that. Um, so I mean, and it feels like Triple H would want to go down that path and working with New Japan at least a little bit. I could
yeah,
see that happening a lot. So
yeah. Jay White maybe, or like, oh my god, this would be my dream scenario. Okada. Can you imagine Okada at the Rumble? My word, the pop that Okada would get would be insane. Like, it would sort of be like Styles when he debuted in WWE at the Rumble. It'd be that sort of levels.
well, hopefully they wouldn't have the camera looking at Roman and
Roman. Oh my word.
I'm back at the Royal Rumble when the Styles return. I'm hearing all this big pop, and I'm like, bro, who is it? Like they,
Who is it? It's like, they're just at Roman's face. What's going on? Oh,
but yeah, I could see it like that. That's really the only Royal Rumble surprise returns. If I did a women, well, Sasha has to be one. I mean, you just never know. Um,
yeah.
I
Sasha.
and we'll talk about her a little bit more.
Left field one. I mean, we've done Punk. May as well do AJ Lee as well.
Yeah, don't get me started with AJ, man. Man, you know how I am with Emma. AJ, I was more than with Emma with AJ because she was like that type of person you get behind you would want to cheer for because she stood out to be like, okay, no, not like Stone Cold, but Stone Cold esque of how she delivered like promos and how she like was on her own. Not Stone
Yeah,
Cold, but the way she did it was like how he would do it, but different. Um,
yeah,
that's why I've always when they've had when a lot of people debate, do you like The Rock or Stone Cold more? I'm a more of a Stone Cold type of person. So, um, dang, AJ boy, I would love for her to, but I don't think she's going to ever wrestle again. I don't think.
yeah. I doubt it myself. I just said that like because it was the left field choice. I'm just like, fuck it.
So. Dang, I don't for the women. I have no idea.
Well, you just know they're just going to throw like some of the legends that we've seen appear in the women's rumble before, like
yeah,
Michelle McCool, maybe Lita, maybe Trish, like you know, Layla, whoever. Just chuck anyone in there.
I don't know. Yeah, I know they have. I just want someone. I don't know, man. I just want a different return. I mean, look, Lita, Trish, boy, they're excellent, but like we know they're not winning. So
No,
I don't know, man. I don't.
maybe the Bellas, but no, actually, no. The Bellas are retired, aren't they? Well, I mean, no one's ever truly retired, but
I,
maybe I don't fucking. I don't know.
I don't. I don't know, but that brings me to our great return of Eva Marie. She might have a Rumble. How about that?
I was really actually hoping you would actually go onto this.
Nah, I'm kidding. Now, you know what? That would be actually a left field one. So that's going to be my left field one. I
It
would.
would be out of left field, but I would not like it. I'll tell you that for free.
um, okay. So if I'm being honest, if she did return, and I'm being quite serious here, if she did, she needs to be in a manager type of role. She don't need.
Yes, stay away from the ring. For the love of fuck, please.
So
Stay away from the goddamn ring. Please. We all beg. Seriously, the first run flopped. The second run flopped just as bad. Seriously, we do not need a third time. And Trips knows better than that. I know he does. So yeah, keep her away from the ring. Just have her be a manager for someone who's not that good on the microphone and I could fit her character. For example, Aaliyah. I could see her be a manager for Aaliyah. I could see it. Aaliyah's like not that great in the ring herself, but she's better than Eva Marie. But she's not that good on the microphone and she's not interesting. So Eva Marie could bring that, and they sort of have similar characters. So screw it. I don't care.
no, 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 no. If Eva Marie comes back, she has to be with someone that can be like a bitch. Now, I'm not trying to say that they're a bitch, but like she gotta be with someone that can be a bad person that's just bitchy. Aaliyah, look, I don't like Aaliyah, but
Neither
she
do I.
of a better good person than she will bad. I think so. I don't think that would work. Uh,
Fair.
I don't think that would work. I don't know who she'd be with, but nonetheless, we are done with Eva Marie. So,
Oh, thank God.
we
Next.
entire World Cup, but Michael asked what you thought of the great win from France against.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I'll tell you that. I'll certainly tell you that for free. Yeah, basically, England were the better team, but Sucks for you, England. You didn't finish your chances, and you were, you've been knocked out. France finished their chances. Olivier Giroud is a fucking sexy, gorgeous Frenchman, and yeah, I certainly laughed my ass off for the rest of the night. No, in all seriousness, though, yeah, France deserved the win just purely because they took the chances. England didn't, and Harry Kane's penalty. Yeah, some say it's still in orbit to this day. Uh, I really didn't expect Kane to miss that penalty. If I'm being honest, like Harry Kane is one of the most consistent penalty takers I've ever seen, which actually does show like how pressure like that can really unravel someone. Like because like he took two penalties. First penalty, very good penalty. Like in the corner, no one's saving the bastard. Like yeah, about as typical as a Harry Kane penalties you can get. So as soon as he got the second one, I was like, yeah, this is also going in. Like if it was me taking this penalty, I actually would have gone down the middle. Like I would have just gone straight down the middle because I know Hugo Lloris is going to go like either way. I know he's going to dive because it's a pressure penalty to make it 2-2 near the end of the game. If you're the opposition goalkeeper and you want to protect that 2-1 lead and it's a penalty situation, you're going to dive because you're not going to stand still and take the risk that they're going down the middle. Because then if you stand still and they go at a corner and you stay there standing still, you're going to look very fucking stupid. So if I'm Harry Kane, I'm going, you're going a direction. So I know you are. So what I'm going to do, you're going to go either direction. I'm going to go down the middle, and you are fucked. So if I'm Kane, I'm just doing that, and yeah, pray that works instead of trying to go like into a corner again and absolutely blast it over the bar like the way he did. Like I'm not saying I'd be a better penalty taker than Harry Kane, but not by any fucking means. In fact, if it was me on there, I probably would have done a worse penalty, especially if it's for my country in a big pressure situation like that. Because freaking hell, the pressure. But yeah, I would have gone down the middle. Like that's what I would have done. But yeah, it was a good game. France, I think tomorrow will beat Morocco. Although, do not count Morocco out. They've been very impressive this tournament. So to make it to the semi-finals is a feat. The first ever African team to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup, which is an incredible accomplishment already. So if a Morocco go out, they could go out with their heads held high for all I care. But yeah, I say don't count them out. But I think France will win, and I think it's going to be Argentina versus France in the final, where I think Argentina will get the job done. I think Messi is once again going to be the difference maker, as he always is. And I think Messi will finally get that World Cup that he so richly deserves in his final attempt. What a way to do it. But yeah, hopefully I've not just jinxed him because I jinxed Brazil.
That being
Thanks,
said,
Croatia.
with that being said, I'll go with France to win.
Oh damn! Okay, we're going different here. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
You done jinxed Messi now. But just about that match because I watched it as well. England really did fuck up a lot of chances they had. They really had a good amount of chances. I'm not going to talk about it like Luke does because he's going to talk about it a whole lot better than me. But um, it's just like if I'm watching American football and say there's long pass, like a long football pass and everything. Um, and the guy and the receiver drops it or something. That's the equivalent of what England did here to France. And the dude's like wide open. That's what they basically did to France here. They had opportunities, and yeah, that that by Harry Kane, boy, that was I ain't gonna lie to you, I was shocked. I kind of did laugh watching him hit it over the post and everything. So, um,
I can tell you, I definitely did.
if that's like my team, my country, I'm pissed. I am pissed of how they
Or
did.
heartbroken.
Yeah, well, I'm more honestly, I'm more mad than heartbroken because one, you had chances, and then two, oh boy, I don't know, but yeah, I like I don't know that if France does end up winning tomorrow, yeah tomorrow, they should. I mean, they should, but who you never know. But that Argentina France game should be really, really good, really, really good. Um, two other questions that I've just thrown out here from from ourself, what I do a little bit. I said, what would you do if you were in the wrestling business? Like, what would you want to do, like overall in general? If you got in it and you know even made it just NXT, maybe even main roster.
So are you saying like what role would I like to be in, like in terms of like wrestler, commentator, or like just what brand I would like to be in?
That wrestler, manager, doesn't matter. Like, what would you want to do?
Pretty much anything really. Like I'd be open to a lot of things. Like wrestler, yes, I would like to learn how to wrestle. In fact, there is a wrestling school in Wales, like near Cardiff. In fact, just next door in Newport. That I actually probably do want to like apply for starting at the start of next year. So yeah, I would like to learn. But if I'm not able to be good enough to wrestle or anything like that, or I'm not athletic enough or whatever, it just doesn't work out, then anything like I'd say I'm a good commentator. I have some like commentator experience from just doing Universe Mode on YouTube. Although I haven't done it in a little bit of time, but I consider myself a good commentator. Manager, I'd love to do some managing. Yeah, sure. I had to be a heel manager though. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do a face manager. I had to be a heel one, just causing trouble. Um, and announcing, I wouldn't do too bad of a job at, but that I would do the least out of like wrestling, commentating, and managing. But announcer, I wouldn't mind. So yeah, wrestler number one, commentator number two, manager number three, announcer number four. That's probably the way I'd go.
But what's number four? Ring announcing.
Yeah, ring announcer. Yeah,
Okay, well that's my number four. I got I got manager as number one. I know, believe it or not, I would want to be a manager over
I can see it. I can see it.
manager and then wrestler. Even though wrestling is number three, it could be number four because I do not see myself being able to do it. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I would love to do it, but I do not think I would have the ability to do it. Now, I mean, I could do it, but I just don't think I. Honestly, I don't think I could. I'd love to, but I don't think I could. Uh,
Fair enough.
so, and the last one, and then we will get into the topics. You knew this was probably going to come eventually. I hope you're ready to write down the list.
Oh God.
And I've got to do mine too. In order. In order.
In order.
Top five most attractive females in WWE.
Oh boy, you just had to do this to me, did you? Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, fuck. Okay. Oh shit. Oh boy.
At this point, you should be ready for me to do like a top list or something just off the bat.
I could probably guess yours, to be honest, because I've noticed who you tend to lean towards. I know Emma's one. Like, I'm not saying number one, but she's definitely the list. Mandy Rose is definitely one in there too. Scarlett probably one of them as well. Uh, Liv question mark probably.
Okay, okay. What's your top five? Hey, you're not going to get out of your top five. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to stall some time here.
Okay, wait. Are we going from five first or one first?
Go from five.
Go for five. Okay, shit. Okay. Balls. Um, God. No, this is a violation.
Hey, look, a top 5. I'm gonna be honest with you. It should be a top 10, but
Yeah.
we got to narrow it down to a top 5. So
God, there are just stunners everywhere in WWE. That's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna go by my personal taste. Like, I know, like a lot of people would say, like the likes of Mandy Rose, Scarlett, and all that, but I've never been one for the like blondes. Like, I've never really been one for those. Apart from like a couple, I probably give like an exception to. But I'm probably going a bit different than those, to be honest. But number 5, I'm gonna go with. Fuck's sake. Um, God, no, this is so tough. Dakota Kai, fuck it, Dakota.
okay, I see that. My number 5 is Emma, but
Of course, of course.
not higher on this list. But the only reason she ain't is, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
All right,
Number 4,
mm,
Tegan Knox.
mm, mm, mm.
Even though she's lesbian, I know, but that I wouldn't have a chance in hell anyway, even if she was straight. But yeah, Tegan.
Oh, you are funny. Oh man. Um, I'm having a hard time trying to rank mine, if that makes sense.
Yep, same.
Um, as I'm writing it down right now. So hold on, I gotta think this. I got. Mm, mm. Oh damn, who I put as number 4? Damn. Um, 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 yep, yep. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah. All right, so my number 4 is Liv Morgan, and it's a shame that she's number 4.
Ooh. Number 3 for me is shit. Um, Becky Lynch. I've always had a soft spot for Becky for quite a while, so yeah, Becky Lynch.
I will say this: honorable mention in this top 5 for me, and the only reason she didn't make it is just because, yeah, Emma came back. Would be Bailey for me. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
not. If Emma was not back, Bailey would be number 5 for me. So do
Oh
that.
yeah, but Bailey just missed out as well for me, so I could agree with you there.
My number 3 is Scarlett. Pretty much,
uh,
pretty much nailed my top 5, but probably not in maybe not in rankings, but
not in rankings though, but I pretty much predicted all of yours.
uh,
Um,
not now. I don't think you didn't predict all of them though. I don't think.
no, not all of them. I think I predicted 4. I predicted Liv, I predicted Scarlett, predicted Mandy, predicted Emma. I've missed out one.
Hey, okay, but before I'm not going to say it, but who you think you met is my other one for real.
I gotta think about this one. Uh, who's left?
I don't think you'll get. I don't think you'll get it.
Who's left?
I'll give you one guess. If you don't get it right, I mean you'll end up hearing it, but
Sasha.
we'll see.
We'll see indeed. Um, Number 2, Alexa Bliss.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Alexa. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. This really. Oh man. Mm.
You know how like the exception to the blondes? Yeah, Alexa's is the exception.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm a sucker for a blonde. Like, especially
I can tell by the list.
like a celebrity overall, yeah, I'm a sucker for him. My number two, and I hate to admit that she is my number two. I feel like only reason she ain't number one is you'll find out, and that's Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is my number two.
Yep. So yeah, I predicted the four. It's just that number one that I like might have got, might not have. So I guess I'll find out. Number one, is Io Sky for me.
Mm. Yeah,
Don't know why. Don't know why. Just
I,
always have like a little thing
I don't.
towards Io.
I don't blame you because one, she looks good. Two, she can wrestle her ass off too. So she's athletic and looks good. So I don't blame you with that. It's just we everyone got different tastes for their top five and everything, so it makes sense. And my number one is not Sasha Banks. Nope, not at all. It is Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Oh, Becky. Oh, Becky. Okay, so someone who I had in my list. Becky was in my mind. To be fair, Becky was in there, but I was just like, I'd seem to be more of a Sasha person. But yeah, all right, Becky.
Okay, so Becky, you can like if you even talk to one of my friends, that they'll come over and watch. We literally they had a conversation. It's like if you had a celebrity that you would like to marry, who would it be? I said Becky off the bat. That's why she's one. I've always liked her character. Even though some of the heel stuff I didn't like, but like Becky as a person and everything. Look, and I even told her, I said I would marry Becky Lynch on the damn spot. Almost, I would marry Becky.
You could try and fight Seth, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I, I'm not trying to do that, but yeah, all these women, boy, their mans are very. I don't think Liv is dating anyone.
No, shockingly, or if she isn't like public with it.
Yeah,
But like, because yeah, so as far as we know, she is single. Which, if if she is, then fair play.
yeah, fair play to anyone out there. Not me. I am happily married. But yeah, that's our top five. We'll probably come back to the top five eventually because top five is going to change with at least the women a little bit like that. Um, but wow, we're 43 minutes into it and we haven't talked about one damn topic really. Great. This might be one. This might vary out to that first podcast we did. I don't know. We shall see. Um. All right. Um. Oh boy, this makes my
Go, but
Vince
where do we start?
McMahon said that his advice that he was getting and everything was the wrong advice, and he might be trying to make a comeback to being in the WWE. Um. So with that being said, if he does, which I don't think he will, because one, they are doing good without him. Two, they don't want that trouble of more stuff coming out, which will come out. It will come out.
It will.
Look. I have seen so many athletes with a lot of cases of stuff that just keeps on coming out, coming out. This is going to be the same thing with Vince. Like it's just going to continue. That's why I do not think Vince will ever be back. I'm not saying he won't make an appearance on a show or anything, but I don't think he will be back with the company doing stuff like that. I don't think so. And if he somehow does, this is just a huge mistake. He got to know that they're doing good without him. He got to leave it be or something. He got to
Not
leave.
just not just doing good without him, they're doing better without him. They're doing much better. Like the quality of the shows have increased, pay-per-views have increased, storylines have increased in quality. Viewership has risen, so literally they're doing much better without Vince. So yeah, he just needs to stay away. Like nothing good can come from Vince coming back to the WWE. Absolutely nothing. Like I do not want WWE to go back to how it was with Vince. Like it'd just be such a huge step backwards. So no, I have no interest in seeing that, and I don't think it will. Thankfully,
Yeah, I don't think so either. I just hope. Ah, man, I just hope there's. I don't know, man. I really just hope that it comes out. But a lot of stuff has come out that top officials, the board of direction, do not want him back. So if they don't want him back, he's not coming back. So
good.
that's one of the things I'm hopeful on because I saw that before we came on to a podcast and everything live, and I really hope not. I feel like we'll talk about this really quick because I hate when stuff like this comes out with the females, and
Mandy Rose,
that's
yeah,
Mandy Rose with
that
her.
whole situation with the OnlyFans, yeah,
Um, I mean, look, I don't mind people doing online only friends, and I feel like they should do it just to get profit. I don't mind them doing that
no,
because men are willing to pay for that and all that. And if you do, cool for you. I don't really care what you do with your business. Um, Personally, me, I'm not going to pay for something like that at all. Even if I was not married and if I was single, I'm not paying for that. I'm not. I'm just not. Um, but first of all, if she posts something that's exclusive to that, it should stay on that. Just
stay exclusive.
because if she did it for her, I'm gonna just call it subscribers to her OnlyFans. I guess you can call it like that. It should just stay with them and should not have been leaked. Um,
Agreed.
uh, I'm just gonna talk about it like that quickly and then scrub it off. Um,
Because yeah, it's literally illegal. It is literally illegal. Like Mandy, like if Mandy found out who like leaked all that shit, like she has grounds to sue the person. It's like no joke.
Rightfully, I hope she does. If she does find out, I really do hope. But I don't know. That's just quick. Let's roll it up. We're done with that. William Ringle. Um, he's already signed. He will be the vice principal. Not vice principal. Jesus, vice president. I am from
Principle.
yeah, like I'm back in school or something. I'm president of WWE, one of the vice presidents. Um, if morale is good with WWE before he came in, oh my God, it's going to be even more with him being the vice president. And I don't know, man. I think this will be a good role for him. I think eventually when what are you smiling about?
I'm sorry, I just can't get over the whole principle thing. I'm just having it replaying in my head over and over again. Sorry, I need to collect myself.
No,
Anyway, continue.
boy, I really messed up with that. But if morale morale's good before he came in, I think it's going to be even excellent and better with him. Um, and I mean, I kind of wish, and I don't think he will, but I do kind of wish Tony Khan would allow him to appear on television, like in the next 6 months. Maybe not the full, 2 years or something. He's not supposed to. I don't know, but Sasha, oh boy, she's supposed to be at big event coming up in for New Japan, and that's got rumors of her being Soraya, aka Paige's tag team partner for AEW. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think she. Only reason I don't think she'll go to AEW is I don't think that would fit in with her all the way.
I mean, she could, but like, I don't see it. Like I said in the past with this podcast, I just see Sasha like going out to Japan and wrestling in Japan, but I don't see her in AEW because like she has always said that she wants to work in Japan. Like she has always said that, so I could see her going wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom, like maybe like wrestle for the like starting title there, but I don't see her going to AEW. I just don't see it being a right fit for her necessarily. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I also don't think she'd really like turn her back on WWE like that and go to an AEW. I don't see her doing that. Unless like she probably asked Triple H for like permission first. If I could envision Sasha, I think she would ask Triple H for permission first if she really wanted to do that. But no, me personally, I don't see it.
Yeah, a lot of this happening with her being in New Japan and all that supposed to appear. Got her the rumors of maybe she ain't coming back to WWE. I'm just saying if she's coming back to wrestling in general, she'll be back with WWE because I don't know it this thing of her up in the air. They don't know what's going on. She ain't going to AEW. That just don't make no sense at all for her to.
No.
I thought she probably did ask Triple H for permission to do that because I feel like she would be that type of person to do that, and she's still
Yeah,
on contract. Like,
yeah,
do, do people not understand that they're still on contract, her and Naomi? Like, I don't.
yeah.
I'm talking about.
I mean, it's the same situation with Carl Anderson. Like Carl Anderson is in WWE, as we all very well know, but he's wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom for the Never Openweight Championship. He's defending the title. So, like, obviously, Triple H must have talked with New Japan and sorted that stuff out. Like, I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing with Sasha if Sasha wanted to wrestle at Wrestle Kingdom. So, it's good to see that like there's at least a working sort of like relationship between WWE and New Japan there. Like they don't like just say like no to each other every single time. Like they just be like, yeah, if something benefits both of us, then something could happen. So yeah, it's good to see there's at least a little bit of relationship there.
Um, that with Naomi, she was spotted out with AEW's Jada Cargill, and that's got everyone talking when she appears with them. I I don't know if some of these people understand that all these wrestlers can be friends even if they're in different promotions.
Different, yeah. I hate that stuff. Like people think, oh yeah, just because you're in WWE, you can't be friends with anybody from AEW. Like, are you kidding me? Even when Adam Cole was in WWE, he was still friends with the likes of like Omega, the Bucks, Cody when he was in AEW. Like just the whole elite in general. Like he would have still been friends with a bunch of them, and probably more from AEW. I mean, hell, his girlfriend lives there, for, like wrestles there for fuck's sake. Like, come on.
Oh, and I also like with Claudio and Cole with AEW, Breeze and literally Xavier is
Xavier was,
they
they're
still
still friends.
down Uno with them. Like that I hate when someone says, "Oh my gosh, they're out with the AEW. They can't do that." You MJF and Liv Morgan had a picture together. Like who
Yeah, yeah. Like it's stupid. Like, like they think wrestlers like from like New Japan, AEW, WWE, they should all be enemies. Like they should hate each other just because they're in different promotions. Like that's how far this whole like war has gone. Like they generally think this is a war where like they should all despise each other and shit. It's just like no, behind the scenes they're all friends. Like, well, not all of them. There are certain wrestlers that have beef with each other, that as is in life in general. But a lot of wrestlers they are friends with each other behind the scenes, like for different promotions and everything. Like it's just how it is. Like relationships and friendships are bigger than that shit. That they call a war. It's much bigger than that. So yeah, I hate people who think that they should all hate each other because it's just not true.
I just I hate that idea of people go so crazy when AEW and with WWE like does that, and I'm like, bro, they probably they've known each other from being in the Indies or something like that. Like, give it a break. Come on now. Um, just quick to talk about Punk. He did a Instagram picture of him and Festus, which is Luke Gallows, and off this mixed return. Also, Apollo Cruz, he did an interview or something. And the person brought up CM Punk, and he said, "I'm kind of in the middle about it of him coming back." He said, "Us uh, says, first of all, he's a excellent wrestler and a star." He said, "But I don't know, how." He basically gave a so-so answer, and the way he did it, it tells that Triple H is actually opening up to the idea of Punk probably coming back. So I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H actually pulled it and he came back and did it for another year or so. So that's something right there. The way Apollo Crews commented on that, it tells me that Triple H is actually truly opening to the idea that someone that is coming back, and every time he does, it's always big, and that is John Cena. December 30th, SmackDown edition, right before the new year. Cena will be back. Um, I don't know what they're going to have him do, but I don't care because I love seeing John Cena on television doing whatever.
So he's probably going to like. I wouldn't say it's something as like typical as like announcing himself into the Royal Rumble, but it could be. Like it could be something as simple as like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble match. I want to go to WrestleMania. Like, blah blah blah. But I'm hoping it's not just that. Like we're seeing, I hope it's something much more than that. Like I don't know. Like I was going to say like call out Theory, but Theory's a Raw, so it wouldn't really make sense. Um, but then again, you could just call him out on SmackDown and then just appear on Raw the next week because it's John Cena. He can appear anywhere he fucking wants. Like it's Cena. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to do on SmackDown, but I mean, whatever it is, we're all going to watch. We're all going to pay attention. Whatever he says, we're going to drop whatever we do and listen to what the man says because he commands attention every time he's on TV, and that's why he's one of the greatest of all time.
Um, so my idea with Cena is this: there's one person in mind for me that it makes sense because they got history, and then two, he doesn't have anything planned. That's Seth Rollins. I would do Cena and Rollins at WrestleMania because Rollins is not going to do anything, and they could run it back. And I know they put on a hell of a match, so I'd run that back. That's what that's my left field thing. But I don't think it'll
I
happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see that, but also I could because Seth just recently turned babyface, so it'd be babyface versus babyface, unless you had Rollins turn heel literally right after he turned face. So yeah, I mean I could see it, but it has to be a specific reason
But
in order for that to happen.
the thing is, in a Triple H type of thing, I can see him doing a babyface versus babyface because even Vince did a babyface Cena against AJ. So,
True, true. Yeah, you're not wrong there.
so if Vince can do it and make it look decent and to good, I I think he could. I think they could pull off the Seth and Cena babyface. Just both of them battling to see who's the better man. I mean, that's literally all you could do for. Um, but I don't think they'll go that route. But well, I mean, we'll see.
Could be, could be.
Um, something interesting. That I did not know until seeing this article and everything. Stone Cold was supposed to be the one to do the Stalker angle with the Undertaker back in 2001, where DDP was the Stalker from
Oh God,
A5. Stone Cold actually
that's a throwback.
Stone Cold was supposed to be the one to do that. That would have been crazy if it was revealed as Stone Cold, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
it would have been. Yeah.
um,
Um, but yeah, Jesus, that's a throwback. Just thinking about that feud now, Christ, I haven't watched that like feud back for a few years now. Like Christ, I mean, hell, it was before my time. It was a year before I was born. So
that that was 5 years before I was. No, I was five. I was five. I was five when that happened. Jesus. Um. Yeah, we'll talk about her later. Hold on. Yeah, I got to talk about her again. Becky Lynch calls Rhea Ripley the future. I love how I saw this article and everything. Um, Becky knows when someone's good and everything. And so when you hear Becky say someone's the future, I think that comment right there means the world to Rhea because Rhea's still young and everything, and I mean, not so young, but she's still young and everything. And man, um, I don't know. I like how Becky did this because it just showcases and shows Rhea more because of someone big like Becky saying that.
oh
Uh,
yeah, well, you can certainly definitely tell just how much Becky sees in Rhea, just by the segments they've had since Becky's come back. Like, just the little stare offs that those two have had. It's just like they're clearly building to something big in the future between those two. Like, I don't know whether it'll be a future Mania match, maybe next year Mania, if they want to build all the way to that, or just any pay per view that they're probably going to do it. Like maybe when Rhea wins the title against Bianca at WrestleMania, if that does happen, maybe that'll be a future title defense for Rhea, maybe like SummerSlam or something, for example. But yeah, they're obviously building to something big there. So like you can clearly see like just how much Becky like sees in Rhea if like she's desperate for that match to happen at some point. And also with Rhea, like, yeah, if she's hearing that from Becky, it's going to mean a lot to her because, yeah, Becky's a big star, and for Rhea to hear that from such a big star like Becky, arguably the biggest star in the women's division, that's going to mean a lot to her. And Rhea obviously is going to be desperate to have that one-on-one match with Becky as well. So, yeah, I think when that match eventually happens, they're going to absolutely kill it. Like, and it's going to deliver to the hype that we're all thinking it's going to be.
yeah,
So, yeah. I think Becky is right about Rhea being the future of the women's division because she just has everything. Like she's great in the ring, she has a great character, she's great on the microphone, she has that charisma. Like she's good as a face and a heel. Like she just has everything it takes to really be a star in the women's division, in my honest opinion. So yeah, I can't say I disagree with Becky one little bit.
I agree with that as well. FTR, just more news coming out of that. We talked about it last week. This next topic afterwards, we talked about it last week, I think, as well. Um, But FTR with them, I think they lost the tag team titles at that Ring of Honor show. I don't know, but a lot more people are speculating with them losing and everything that they could be on their way out of the door. So I mean that's something to look at. Also, Scarlett had her in-ring debut at a live show against Emma and Madcap with Carrion. Um, I saw a clip of it. She didn't look bad, but it didn't showcase a lot. So it was just like I mean, it was her first time in the ring in a while. So I mean,
Yeah,
so I don't know. Uh, it'll be interesting to see. It does seem like they are trying to do that later on, Carrion and her versus Madcap and Emma. So with Emma being in the ring with her, Emma's going to make sure she looks good. So I think
Yeah.
that's a great first person for Scarlett as well. Um, all right, Chelsea Green and Matt. I'm gonna call him Zack Ryder. He is Zack Ryder to me, man. I don't know. I know that they might be coming to WWE, blah blah blah, but they also might be coming for a reality. I forget if it was the E Network or some network is wanting more, WWE people or couples, and they could be. Uh, I wouldn't mind and all that. Someone that two NXT people that could have main roster debuts is Cameron Grimes and Carmelo. Carmelo, I understand. Grimes, I don't even know about him really. I'm gonna be honest with you. Carmelo, uh, he's been really really good and everything. So
They'll,
Shotzi.
they'll
Shot,
probably appear in the Rumble, actually. Like, now that you mentioned about Carmelo and Kevin Grimes, they could probably be two people that'll probably appear in the Rumble and make their debuts that way. So, something to think about.
yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Maybe one of them. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. But Shotzi um, has that hand injury and stuff. Um, she'll be out like 4 to 6 weeks. It says. Um, Kurt Angle said if he does another match, it'll be a tag team match, so he doesn't look so out of shape or stuff like that. Uh, he he actually said, "Look, I can't do it as I used to, and I know that." And so, like, I'm glad he is one of the ones to admit that, hey, my time is done, and I can't do it like I used to.
Yeah. Take some notes, Rick.
That yes. Um. So at least he knows when he just don't got it like he used to and stuff like that. So. Um. Pat McAfee should be returning here soon in January. I love Pat. I think he brings a different. He's definitely brought a different type of lifestyle out. So that's a huge positive. The only negative with this is what they do to Wade Barrett. I personally seeing him on the main roster. I don't want him going back to NXT. I want him to stay up. So
I agree. So, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because, like, Pat McAfee, like him on commentary is very unique. Like, literally, there's no one like him in terms of being on that commentary. Like, he brings that energy that just no one else does. Like, Pat McAfee is just himself, like on that commentary like desk. He just like yeah, he just brings that sort of energy that no one else can do. Like he just acts like himself, and it just comes off very well. In fact, it bounces off Michael Cole very well, and sort of brings out the best in Cole as well. As I saw from those two that they commentated together. So yeah, I can't wait to see him back on SmackDown. What they do with Wade, um, I kind of hope that they swap out one of the commentators for Raw and just have him go to Raw. That's what I'm hoping because I'm not gonna lie, the commentating duo on Raw is not good at all. At least in my honest opinion, for my personal taste in commentary, it is not it.
uh, Corey Graves is good. Kevin Patrick just absolutely sucks.
Yep, agreed.
Look,
Like,
look. Byron Saxon knew he wasn't that good in commentary, so he's good with the backstage interview stuff. He is excellent with that. That's the
yeah,
should be in. Kevin
it's the same. It's the
Kevin,
same thing with Kevin Patrick. Yeah, like he
Kevin,
was great with like interviews and all that, but commentating, nah.
Kevin Patrick needs to be in a role like that or do pre-show stuff, like pre-show kickoff stuff with the panel stuff. He's good with that
Yeah,
stuff. He he sucks as Like with no experience like I do with a promotion, I could legit go there and
Do a better job.
I could be.
Yep, same here. I feel like I could do a better job. Easy. Like, that's not me taking the piss either. That's not me being cocky. I think I genuinely could. Like, yeah, I feel like me and Corey, yeah, we could do it. Easy. But yeah, Kevin Patrick, no. Yeah, no, definitely not. Like interview wise, like, great. He was very good at that. And some other roles too. He's actually pretty decent at. But commentating, you could just tell it's not his thing, and he needs to go. So I don't know what they do. Like, because the thing is, though, if it's Wade and Corey on Raw, like, say if like Wade does replace Patrick, then what do they do there? Because like it's two color commentators. Then there's no play-by-play commentator there. That's the only problem. So I don't know. Like, I would say just bring back Mauro Ronaldo. Fuck it, but I don't think Mauro would be down for that.
Yeah, I don't. I would want him. I would want Morrow to be back, but I don't know if he wants to be back.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw a message. Josh said he's watching the podcast. He said his Royal Rumble surprise would be Kota Ibushi, which would be insane.
Oh, I forgot about Bushi, of course, because his contract with New Japan's up.
Literally
Oh,
week his contract.
yeah, we literally talked about him last week about the whole contract situation, and we forgot about him for the Royal Rumble appearances. Of course, yeah, Kota Bushi. I think that's a big possibility, huge. So yeah, if that happens, huge mark out moment. I love Ibushi. So yeah, I hope that happens. I really do.
But yeah, two color commentators, man. I don't know. I don't know. They need to find someone that is good. Well, Morrow's good to being, that, but they have got to find if he doesn't want to come back, they've got to find someone that can knows and calls the match, and just have Corey Graves be on the side like he does.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Unfortunately for Wade, it may have to be a case he has to go back to NXT, which is quite tragic.
yeah, that sucks. But I could see them trying to work with a 3-man team with them, but I don't. I like a two. I want.
I like two men team like commentators better. It's like three men sometimes can feel a bit disjointed and just like confumbled. So yeah, no, I prefer two men commentator teams. They just flow so much better. So yeah, like one color, one play-by-play. It just works so much better. Like think of some of the most iconic commentator teams we've had like over the years, like JR and and the King. Like, come on, like arguably the most iconic of all time. Like two men, that's all you need. So yeah, I think with Wade, I could see him possibly doing commentating for NXT Europe when that comes around, because I know NXT Europe will be a thing, replacing what NXT UK was essentially. So I think maybe that's what they might have him doing, which he would be a good fit for, considering British and all that. But I don't know. I would like to see him stay on the main roster, but I just don't see him staying beyond Pat McAfee's like coming back. Unfortunately,
Yeah, yeah. I, I don't like that for Wade, but I don't
it
know.
is what it is.
Um, so AEW recently has had low ratings, and quote quote TBS has been actually thrilled for it. I don't know if that's just them uh being smart aleck like and saying that, or they're actually serious. I hope they're not serious, because low ratings, huh, I mean, like, eventually that means the company's going down the drain. I don't think I don't. I hope they're not serious about the low
They
ratings.
better not be serious. Like, you should never be happy to see low ratings. Like, on what planet would you be happy about low ratings unless you actually want your company to sink? Like, I really don't understand that mentality.
I hope not. Austin Theory and Mustafa had a bad spot not Raw from last night, but the week before. And he was very he messed up with the spot. He was very backstage. They didn't have no heat. He apologized a lot because you he could have been injured there and everything, and he knows that. Um, so he was very apologetic. I mean, stuff happens and everything, and I'm glad nothing happened to Mustafa because boy, yeah, I don't know, man. I hate to see when wrestlers get hurt with stuff like that, but I know stuff happens. So
The risks of wrestling, they are always prominent. No
we
matter what you do, the risks are there.
we'll combine these two topics I got coming up. Um, so we haven't talked about it yet, but we both wanted it with our fantasy booking, and that is Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. Um, it came out that that is supposed to be one of the matches, and Triple H has huge plans for WrestleMania. I feel like this upcoming WrestleMania might be the biggest in a long time. Just just overall in general, because I don't know, man. Um, my only question with Brock facing Gunther, if it happens, is one: does he still have the Intercontinental Championship, or does he lose it?
That's the thing. I have two questions actually about that. One, does Gunther still have the Intercontinental Championship by that point, or has he lost it to Sheamus at like the Rumble, for example, or say Chamber, for example, or or do like for example Bobby Lashley? Because like the only reason why I couldn't see Brock Lesnar and Gunther facing this WrestleMania this soon is wasn't Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley feuding? I don't see them having a match in the Rumble. I see them facing off in the Rumble match and having a confrontation, but I don't see them having a match. And they're clearly not going to have a match at the Chamber. So where are they going to have their blow off match? I assume WrestleMania, but are they going to do a case of it's going to be Lashley Lesnar night one, and then Lesnar Gunter night two. I don't know, but yeah, that's the only reason why I don't see Lesnar Gunter facing off this Mania and instead having it next one is because I think it's going to be Lesnar Lashley this time round and Gunter Sheamus, and then next Mania after that is where Gunter and Lesnar are going to face off finally. I think that's my prediction.
Um, I'll say this. I think I could see Brock and Bobby ending it at Royal Rumble. I could see that. But I don't think it makes sense for Gunther this year for Brock, just because the story there is Sheamus. Like Sheamus, him, Sheamus is not over with. So that's the story. I think that story makes more sense, and that's why I think Brock versus Gunther don't make sense for this year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Uh,
Plus, it's just too soon. It's too soon. Like, Gunther first opponent at WrestleMania shouldn't be Brock Lesnar. It just shouldn't be. Like, I know it's like the biggest like match you could have for Gunther, but I don't know. That for his first Mania match just doesn't seem right. It just seems too soon. It needs to be at the right time, and I feel like Mania, the next Mania, will be the right time. I think because by that point he'll have lost the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know whether he will have been challenging for the world title by that point, or maybe he will have won the world title. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But it will come to that point where Gunther will be like a fully established name on SmackDown or Raw, wherever he goes next. in terms of the brand split and all that. Like on the roster, he'll be an established name fully, and he'll be mixing with the main event talent by that point. I'm sure. If not actually holding the world title, he'll be mixing with the likes of like Reigns, Rollins, etc., the big names. So I could see by that point him being fully ready for someone like a Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and then just tearing the house down. So yeah, next Mania I see Lesnar and Gunther happening, but not this Mania.
Yeah, that's the only question I got because you got Sheamus, you got Bobby. You don't know when they're going to end. I don't know. I don't think it's the right match for this WrestleMania, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. But I think it's too soon. Talking with that, Raw will have a world title after Mania. That's kind of known. So that basically means to me that Roman definitely is losing, like most of us think he's going to. So
Yeah,
um, so that's coming about. So I'm glad. So
bring back the big gold belt, please, please.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Um, Raw is missing having a world title and some of that star power overall.
Definitely,
So, so I think after Mania, I will pay attention more to Raw, like actually watch it more, maybe. Uh, just because right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, Raw has been not really good overall, not really good, and that's saying it in a nice way. Um, So that star power, having Cody back, having a world title after Mania, it's going to help the show out a lot, and I can't wait to have that happen.
definitely.
All right, so we got two more topics to talk about. I want to get this out of the way because we have to. Oh God, I have to talk about her again. Ronda Rousey. Appreciate fans for reminding her of her botched spots. Well, let me tell you, we wouldn't have to remind you about the bot spots and hashtag fire Ronda Rousey if you weren't so damn bad in the ring. I'm just saying. It seems like she has a new botch almost every other week or every month. She has a botch. It was the DDT. Now it's sending her into the post. She missed the post and looks like a complete idiot. Oh my god.
See, that botch, that is a miscommunication on both workers because, like, it's a case of Ronda was not close enough to the turnbuckle pad to be able to hit her head on it. She was not tall enough. So she needed to be closer in order to be launched forward and hit her head on the turnbuckle. Because when she was launched, she missed it because she was not close enough. So it was a miscommunication on both ends. But yeah, Ronda should have known better than that, and she should have at least made a better effort. So yeah, yeah, she's terrible.
Well,
She's a terrible wrestler. We all knew this, but my word.
look, I understand it takes two to tango and talk it out throughout the match and get it right. But if you keep on being in these botch spots, eventually it's just you. It's just
It's
you.
just you. Yeah. Like when it happens like once or twice, it's like, yeah, shit happens, like like yeah, botches are bound to happen. But if you have botches against nearly every single opponent you face, and the people you face don't often have botches, then I think it's more of a you problem than anything else. So yeah, I think that says something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronda's just terrible.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of like if you don't want the fans to remind you of the hashtag and your stupid spots that you just keep on fucking up, just be
Oh, in fact, saying of which, one of the funniest quotes that I've heard her say, like just like I saw it today actually, or last night. It was one of the two. She said like, "Oh, fans forget I only have a year and a half of in ring experience." I was like, NXT 2.0 women have less experience yet can out wrestle you any day of the week. Don't even try and give that excuse.
She was at WrestleMania 34. We're at what, WrestleMania 39 upcoming? A year and a half. My math is
I think she's talking about like in terms of like when she was actually available in WWE. Because let's not forget she was away from WWE for a few years. But yeah, still, like even if you've only been in the ring for 2.5 years, like look at Logan Paul. He's only been in the ring for a few months, like a year, what, like a year at most. Then Jesus, 3 matches, and he out wrestles her 100-fold. So
running in circles against her with her.
and
But
so yeah, that's crazy to me that she thinks like, oh yeah, I only have a year and a half of in ring experience, so like that must mean like she shouldn't get any slack for her botches, like as if like people like half her experience are doing better than her. Like, come on.
yeah. Our last topic, and it's yeah, it sucked. Matt Riddle was written off TV last night. AKA, this is his second failed drug test. I really do hope overall that he's going into rehab and everything. I really do hope he just gets on the right path with this because I don't know, man. Character wise, he's hard to get behind just because of how he is, but the person, him, everything, I want to get better and everything, and I don't know, man. I hate for people to maybe lose their jobs, and if he don't get this under control, he won't be he
He
won't.
will, yeah, he will lose his job if he don't get this under control. Like, because the thing is, right, like that is what this is all about. This is why he's written off TV. It's because he's going to rehab, which thank God. Like, it's the best thing for him for you to be going to rehab for this. Because yeah, like if you're gonna end up losing your job over this, it's just not worth it. So yeah, like go to rehab, sort yourself out, come back, and then all is good and gravy. And what actually says something is like I know like some people assume like oh it's because of marijuana and all that. It's like yeah they really don't care about marijuana no more. So it's something much worse, something much worse. And we all know Matt Riddle smokes marijuana. Like we all know this. So that's nothing new. But if you're smoking something or taking something more extreme, then yeah, I'm not surprised that WWE sent it into rehab because yeah, he needs to get back on the right track with that. So yeah, I wish him the best with that. I really do.
And he's still got this thing with his wife and everything, like the divorce court and all that. So
Yeah,
I I'm not trying to give him an excuse, but he's probably got that very much stressed out with being, on the roads. I think he needed time off anyways. If you're dealing with something, if you're dealing with something like this, I think he should have already taken off before it got bad with stuff.
agreed.
Um, so the first felt it was when Seth took him out before SummerSlam. We thought it was just a part of the plan. Triple H didn't want him to do that. He actually failed a drug test before that. That's why they did that. So this is his second one, and man. So I got a spot for people that's failed stuff like this because of stuff that's happened in my life, and I mean not like personally to me, but like just family wise with stuff. So I know overall, I feel for him because like just imagine this, and I don't want to put the scenario out, but say he took too much and somehow overdosed or stuff like that. That to me, like one, his kids would be without a father and everything. I just wouldn't want something like that to happen. That's
No,
why they it didn't go that far overall in general. Because I don't know what drug he took or anything, but I hope he gets through this and gets better and everything because you just never know, man.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope he doesn't turn out like some wrestlers who tried to get away from it and just kept coming back and coming back, like Jeff Hardy, for example.
Yeah. Um. Ho- I mean, I pray and hope, and I do feel like he was having a great time with Randy, and I think that's I don't know if that was the downfall also with this, court for divorce and all that happened too. So I don't know, man. But my best wishes to Matt. I really do hope that he pulls through this and just gets better from it and everything. Um,
Yep.
I'd hate for him to, if it happened, lose his life over it eventually in the future, or just lose his job. So I hope he does get back and everything. Unless you got any topics to throw out left field, I think that's all I've got for this episode.
No, I don't have anything, so I think we've covered just about everything.
All right. It's been episode 40. Yeah, 46. I almost messed that up. I couldn't remember. I don't. I had to look. I was like, man, what episode? Uh, um, I've had a blast. Just the stuff we're talking about. Our top five women in WWE. Raw cap, SmackDown preview, all this and all that. Um, I do appreciate anyone that's watched or anyone that will watch on demand when it gets uploaded. Um, a few side notes that I've already uploaded and stuff like that. My Universe Mode pay per view will be this Friday. Uh, Friday 3-ish, 3:30-ish. I don't know. Hopefully, but
all I'm saying about that is Viva Dennis Frost for Money in the Bank. This Master Money in the Bank coming, yay!
um, so ironic enough, the world title is not going to be in the main event because I wanted to do a Money in the Bank match last um, overall. So we'll see who wins there.
I'll
Don't
certainly be very interested.
know. I mean, there's a lot of good names in it, so I can't wait to do the pay per view overall. Talking about Universal just quickly, um, unless I want to go live, most of my episodes are going to be recorded. I think I'll go that route. Um, I might do a lot, go live with it every once in a while, but most of the time it'll be recorded, just because with how my time is, it works out better if I do it recorded for the most part. But that is all. Episode 46 been a blast. I appreciate you for coming back on once again.
No
Um,
problem.
so hope everyone has a great day and everything. Rest of your what's this Tuesday? I can't even remember. Yeah, Tuesday. And let's see. I'm about to be going back to sleep probably. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great day and peace out, y'all. Be good.
Peace.